Many Americans are struggling to make ends meet with little or nothing left over after basic expenses are met.
And we have Tom Neumann from Drake & Associates here with tips on how to help us break free of the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. And let's start by talking about how people get in this situation to begin with, because I have to imagine it's extra difficult right now with prices rising on so many things.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest areas where prices rise is just housing. Whether it's rent or mortgages being up, it's taking a significant amount out of their paychecks each and every month. And so you just don't have as much. It's recent statistics came out that said about 30% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And that's really tough. You know, you don't have the capabilities then to create an emergency fund in case something pops up, or save for things like retirement, or
it's a cycle. People are renting because they can't afford to buy a house right now. Correct. And then at the same time, you're just forced to pay those higher rent prices.
Yeah, exactly. And so one of the things that I always try to help out with is trying to get in the habit of paying yourself first. I know it can be difficult, but this is where you get paid, you have an automatic setup to your savings account, and then you pay yourself first, and then everything kind of flows from there, so that at the end of paying all of your bills, then you really understand, okay, I got to make some changes here.
I have to imagine when you live paycheck to paycheck, it's hard to plan for the future, and that can really impact you down the line if you don't have the savings you need post-retirement.
Yeah, we work specifically in retirement, and we are finding a lot of individuals just have been in this position. Now, granted, maybe they have set up a lifestyle where they just don't need as much savings as they maybe used to, but at the same time, they're sacrificing a lot of stuff that they would love to do, whether it's travel or, help out kids or grandkids a little bit more. So retirement savings is being put onto the back burner, especially for this next generation that is just trying to get out of student debt or, pay for housing. It's a challenge right now.
What can we do to become more financially secure? At the same time, so many people are living paycheck to paycheck. There is also opportunity for the younger generation.
Yeah, I wish we would have started this education a lot sooner, in our schools, but budgeting, that's where you first start. And create a laundry list of what your spending is so that you know how much is getting out of your wallet every single month. From there, you want to create that savings plan. Like I mentioned, creating automatic contributions to a savings account, taking advantage of your retirement plan at work is often a great tool. From there, then you want to talk about, all right, well, whatever else I have left, what do I want to do with it? And think about, do I need that extra cup of coffee, or, can I put it away for something else? You might be sacrificing some immediate gratification for later, but your future self is going to thank yourself.
I think we're all aware of how inflation is affecting our lives, all of our lives. Can you tell me about lifestyle inflation and how that's something you should avoid?
Yeah, so that's a concept where essentially the more that you start to make, then you spend more as well. So instead of saying, you know what, I got a pay raise, with that extra money, I'm going to sock it away for retirement or that emergency bucket. No, now I'm going to spend it. So that's lifestyle, and you want to break the habit of doing that if you have that habit going on, because you want to maintain the set lifestyle that you have, and extra raises and everything, bonuses that you might get, throw that away for the future.
I think a positive from our younger generation, we are seeing more people than ever supplementing their income in various ways. Social media, various digital ways to do this. But high interest savings accounts are really an interesting option for people. Could you talk about just other ways to offset the money you're bringing in through the traditional paycheck route?
For sure. So a lot of people have been turning, side projects into some side hustles, right? Whether it's Uber driving or anything else. For about 20 years or so, we've had really low interest rates. And now with our government trying to combat inflation and raising interest rates, now you can sock away money in a savings account, a CD, a money market that might be earning over 4 or 5%. So those are great tools, great avenues for you to compound your money over time and make it grow rather than just you saving every dollar.
And quickly here, you mentioned that summer is when spending seems to tick up. A little bit of a
Yes.
warning for everyone. Maybe do some
Especially
more free
here.
activities.
Yeah, I know.
It is challenging. You know, every time you pull out that credit card and you swipe it, you know, it's always there. It's looming in the back burner, right? And it might cause stress. And so do whatever you can not to pull out the credit card. Set aside your thoughts of what you want to accomplish this summer, whether it's going to Wisconsin Dells and camping, going to Summerfest or State Fair, and budget and prioritize. And so that way you know ahead of time how much of those are going to cost for you.
I know you've got kiddos at home. Quickly here, what's the advice you give your kids, young, but thinking about those things?
Say no.
Say no.
No.
Okay.
You know, I have a son and a daughter, and they're very active.